Have you ever spent just 5 minutes checking the news, then suddenly realized half an hour had disappeared? Today, you'll learn why news is one of the easiest ways to improve your English.
And by the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about breaking stories, share opinions, and join everyday conversations with much more confidence.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Podcast, where learning English becomes simple, practical, and fun every single day.
If you're following our 30-day English shadowing challenge, welcome back. And if you're new here, subscribe and become part of our growing English learning family.
Today is day 20, and we're talking about a topic that appears in our lives every single day: the news. We read it, watch it, and hear about it everywhere around us.
That's why it's such a useful topic for English learners. Knowing how to talk about the news makes everyday conversations much easier and more natural.
We see news on our phones, on TV, online, and sometimes we even hear it from friends, family, or coworkers before we read it ourselves.
When you can discuss the news in English, it's easier to connect with people and understand what's happening in different parts of the world.
In today's episode, we'll teach you practical vocabulary, useful expressions, and natural conversations that you can use in real-life situations.
But before we begin, I have to confess something. Every morning, I promise myself I'll read the news for only 5 minutes.
Really? Somehow I don't think your plan works out the way you expect.
Not at all. I open one article, then another catches my eye, then another one appears, and before I know it, 30 minutes are gone.
Let me guess. By the end, you're reading a story about a clever dog that learned to press a doorbell.
Exactly. Somehow those are always the stories that grab my attention the most.
I can picture you sitting there with a cup of coffee, completely fascinated by the latest update on talented dogs.
Well, someone has to stay informed about the truly important events.
Of course, the future of the world clearly depends on those stories.
Jokes aside, I really enjoy reading the news because every day I discover something new and interesting.
I feel the same. News helps us understand different people, places, cultures, and events that we might never experience ourselves.
Some stories make us smile, some surprise us, and others encourage us to think more carefully about important issues.
And today, we'll help you learn how to talk about all of those things naturally in English.
Let's begin with a very common expression. Listen carefully and repeat after us.
Did you hear the news?
Once again, did you hear the news?
People use this question whenever they want to share something new, exciting, or important with someone else.
For example, I could say, Sarah, did you hear the news? A new bakery just opened near our studio.
Since I know you so well, I already know you'd want the address immediately.
Absolutely. I'd probably forget everything else and ask where it is.
I believe that. Now, let's move on to another useful expression. Let's practice another useful expression. Listen carefully and repeat after us.
I read it in the news.
One more time. I read it in the news.
You can use this sentence whenever you want to explain where you got some information.
For example, you could say, I read it in the news this morning while having breakfast.
Or you might say, I read it in the news last night before I went to sleep.
Great job. Now let's learn another everyday expression. Repeat after us.
I heard about it.
Once again, I heard about it.
This is a short and natural phrase that English speakers use all the time.
Imagine someone asks, did you hear about the new shopping mall? You can simply answer, yes, I heard about it yesterday.
It's easy to remember, and you'll hear it in many real conversations.
Jack, let me ask you something. Do you enjoy reading the news more or watching it?
I'd say reading. It lets me slow down, think about the information, and reread anything that isn't clear the first time.
That makes sense. I also enjoy reading, but sometimes I like watching news videos because I can hear different accents and speaking styles.
That's actually excellent listening practice. Even a short news report each day can improve your English.
Exactly. Just a few minutes of listening every day can make a big difference over time.
And don't worry if you don't understand every single word. That's completely normal for learners.
Many people get discouraged because they miss a few words, but that's part of the learning process.
I always think of language learning like building a house. You don't finish it in one day. You add one brick at a time.
I really like that example. It's simple and easy to remember.
Thanks. Every now and then I come up with a good comparison.
Yes, sometimes you surprise me too.
Here's another useful sentence. Repeat after us.
That's interesting news.
Again. That's interesting news.
We use this expression when we want to show interest after hearing something new.
For example, if a friend tells you there's going to be a new subway line in your city, you can say, "That's interesting news."
You can also change the adjective and say, "That's exciting news," or "That's surprising news."
These simple expressions make your conversation sound much more natural.
Talking about surprising news, do you remember that article about the man who traveled across different countries with his pet turtle?
Wait, that actually happened?
According to the article I read, yes.
That's exactly why I enjoy reading the news. Every day brings something completely unexpected.
One minute you're reading about business or technology, and the next minute you're reading about someone exploring the world with a turtle.
It really reminds us how interesting and unpredictable the world can be.
Now let's practice one more sentence together. Repeat after us. I think this is important.
Once again, I think this is important. This expression is perfect when you want to give your opinion about a news story.
For example, you could say, I think this is important because it affects many people. Or, I think this is important because it may change the future. Giving your opinion is an important part of talking about news in English.
That's right. News isn't only about sharing facts. It's also about discussing ideas and understanding different points of view.
And that brings us to the end of day 20 of our 30-day English Shadowing Challenge.
We hope today's lesson helped you learn useful vocabulary, practical expressions, and natural ways to talk about news in English.
Remember, you don't have to understand every article perfectly. Keep reading, keep listening, and keep practicing a little every day.
Every small step moves you forward, and that's how real progress happens.
Today, you practiced listening, speaking, and understanding everyday English.
Be proud of your progress, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 21 on Daily English Podcast.
The more you practice, the more natural your English will become. So keep showing up every day and trust the process.
And remember, shadowing is most effective when you listen to the same lesson more than once. Repetition is where real improvement happens.
Come back tomorrow, repeat the episode again, copy our pronunciation, follow our rhythm, and enjoy speaking English one sentence at a time.
If you enjoyed today's lesson, don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Podcast and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode.
We still have many exciting topics waiting for you as we continue our 30-day English Shadowing Challenge together.
Thank you for choosing to spend part of your day learning English with us. We truly appreciate every one of you.
It's wonderful to have you as part of our growing learning community, and we're excited to continue this journey together. Keep practicing, keep moving forward, and never stop believing in your progress. Even if today's improvement feels small, remember that every single practice session makes you a little stronger.
Congratulations once again on completing day 20. Reaching this point is something you should be proud of.
We're proud of your dedication, and we hope you're celebrating your own progress as well.
Tomorrow, we'll be back with day 21. Another fun topic and more English you'll be able to use in everyday life.
Until then, stay curious, stay confident, and keep speaking English whenever you have the chance.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, and keep learning every single day.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy learning.